Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, so welcome everybody. My name is Kim Waske. We just had that discussion earlier, but Kim Waske, I am out of Kansas City, and I get the honor tonight to co-host this call with my good friend, Carrie Michaels. So I'm here in Kansas City. Carrie is in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and if you don't know our story, I know a lot of people in here do, it's quite unique. It's kind of one of a kind. I don't know that I've heard it in Isagenix yet, so, or a similar story to it. But we want to share with you guys our story, and then also why a sophisticated side hustle, why we believe, everybody, should have one. And after hearing our story, you will see why we're so passionate about people having a side hustle. So let me.
Hey, Kim, sorry, can you record? Oh, there you go. Yeah, full screen. And then are you recording?
I am recording.
Okay.
Yep, I forgot the full screen though. Same
okay.
thing. So I'll start with my story, and you guys will see why I start with mine and kind of blend into hers. But so this was me before Isagenix. I worked in corporate America. I'd been with the same company for almost 10 years. I was very blessed in my career there. It was a good company, but I was very stressed out and just very unfulfilled. And since the recession hit 08, 09, it became a desk job. Where we were just, seriously, that's really me. No, it's not, but I kind of look like that. But I was at my desk in my home by myself on my phone and my computer, day in, day out, day in, day out. And I just remember thinking, God, like, is this life? Like, is this what I'm going to do for the rest of my life? And I was single at the time too, you guys, and it was so lonely. And I lived in Kansas City at one part and also Denver, Colorado. And there was 2, 3, 4 days we had a snowstorm. I mean, I wouldn't see another like human being for days. So it was just super lonely. I was super unfulfilled. I was praying. I was like, God, there has to be more to life than this. I feel like I have a bigger purpose than what I'm doing. So, it's not always our timing, right? It's God's timing. And so I even went and interviewed for other jobs. I got an offer actually once, and then they counter-offered me to stay, so I stayed because it was comfortable, right? I was fear of change. So I was just working along one day in October of 2014. It's October the 16th to be exact. And a friend of mine had called me out of the blue and asked if I would be open to listening to this information about this nutrition that had changed her life and just her health, really. She mentioned that she's a little older than me, and that she had a health condition where her energy was really low. And so I thought, oh my gosh, my energy is really low right now too, because I was stressed and I had some other kind of hormonal issues going on. So wasn't sleeping well. I was really stressed and I was tired a lot. So I was like, yeah, I'll absolutely listen. So we talked on the phone for a little bit. She did what she should have done. She sent me tools, right? She sent me videos to take a look at. And then she set a follow-up call for a week later. But before that follow-up call could happen, I got a call from my boss. And she said, you know what, I got to get her boss, Russ, on the phone. And that happened to be Carrie Michaels, was my boss at the time, you guys. And that day, she and Russ laid me off from my corporate job of 10 years. And so I was sad for about, seriously, 30 minutes. And I sat there on my couch. I'm like, what am I going to do? And I remembered that Peggy, who enrolled me, shared with me that she was doing this. She had left her full-time job because she had replaced her income doing this. And I thought at the time, honestly, I was like, man, I'm a corporate type person. That's not really my thing. But then I thought, oh my God, I'm miserable. I'm so unfulfilled. I'm not happy. And she was loving it. And she's like, Kim, you love health and you love people. You can do this. And I text her back and I'm like, yeah, I'm in. So she got me on a 3-way call with Hilari, Courtney, and October 27th of 2014. I say we because I was dating Ryan at the time. We enrolled, it was his birthday, in Isagenix. So, and the beautiful part of the story that keeps going is that Carrie joined me shortly later for the product. So I'm going to let her tell her story. But that's why she's obviously on this call. But this is just my life and how it's changed since Isagenix. My relationship with Ryan was just starting. I did this crazy change of career and he stayed with me, and we ended up getting married. We have our beautiful baby boy, Declan, who is 15 months old. I used this nutrition, you guys, throughout my entire pregnancy at 39 years old. After I gave birth, I turned 40 2 months later. So healthy pregnancy. My son, if you haven't seen him, he is one healthy little boy. He's never been to the doctor except for his regular check-ins or whatnot. So he's super healthy. He drinks my shakes every single day. And this has just really blessed my life. And I'm so blessed that when I called Carrie, she'll tell you, she didn't totally shut me down, right? She was just going to start for this nutrition, but yet it's transformed her life too. So Carrie, you want to go ahead and share your story?
Sure. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. Kim and I love sharing our story because, I mean, this can happen, to anyone. I think we all have experienced, someone in our life or know someone in our life who's been impacted by a layoff, right? So I will tell you, in all the years of working in corporate America, I've had to terminate lots of people, sales reps in general. And we used to say, my gosh, usually they were hugging me on their way out the door because they had probably 20 verbal warnings and 10 written, notices. And so by the time they were leaving, they're like, you're right, this just isn't my mountain. But a layoff is completely different. I never, ever had to lay anybody off in my life. And having to lay Kim off was awful because she was like family. My employees are like my family. So that was a very devastating day for both of us. And it was just a couple days later, I did follow up with Kim just to, certainly check in on her. And I laid off her and 2 other people in my back office. So it was very hard. But when I checked in on Kim, she just had a completely different demeanor. Like she said, initially she was very sad, maybe the first 30 minutes, and then realized, wow, this is a blessing and maybe divine intervention, right? So she had said, hey, I did find a new job, can I tell you about it? And she starts talking about this multi-billion-dollar health and wellness company and what it's doing for people. And I literally, to myself, I kind of chuckled because I thought, oh goodness, she's going to try to sell me something. But I'm going to listen to her because I just laid the poor girl off. I am not kidding you. 15 minutes into our conversation, light bulb moment. I thought, oh my goodness, my husband, Chris, and he's here, as you can see in this picture. This is my college sweetheart. This is my soulmate, my partner in life, my best friend. I'm like, my husband needs these products. We had lost Chris's dad his last week of college. His dad was only 52 years old. He died of massive heart attack. And all these years, Chris has been, afraid of, losing his life to a heart attack. And he has the same mannerisms as his father and same health habits. His weight was up and down. And he had done every shake on the market, you guys. I'm not kidding you. I used to say we kept GNC in business. And he'd done every other shake, product out there. And I would always try his shakes. I never liked it, right? So I said, Kim, we're going to get these products for Chris. He needs this. My husband needs this. Well, then Kim kept sharing more stories and things that she had learned in such a quick time. I had my own moment because I'm like, my gosh, I have this fitness part down. I had, doing P90X 6-7 days a week. That's an hour and a half workout like every day, but I wasn't fueling my body right. My mom died of breast cancer when I was just 7 years old. My mom was only 35. And it was because of Kim that I said, I need this nutrition in my life. My husband and I need this. Our girls need their mom and dad, in their life for the long haul. So we did this together. And like Kim said, on that very first call, God love her, she did present the opportunity to me. I literally laughed at her out loud. I said, are you kidding me, Kim? I am not sharing this with anybody. I said, I just primarily want to get my husband healthy, and I know I need better nutrition. But anyway, she shared it with me. And then from there, I literally started keeping a journal because I thought I'd never dieted in my life. I'd never tried anything. Remember, Chris would use protein shakes every day, but I never did. So I kept a journal, and I'm a rule follower. So we started the program November 4th, 2014. So a little over 4.5 years ago. Monday was a shake day. Tuesday was a shake day. We cleansed Wednesday, Thursday, woke up, and that's when it hit us. I looked at my husband and I said, oh my goodness, if we feel this amazing and we're only 4 full days in, why would we keep this a secret and not share it with the people we love and care about? And you guys, that's when it happened. literally from that point forward, it was just that first year, I was sharing literally in pockets of my day. For those of you who think you're too busy, whether you are, working inside the home, you are a busy stay-at-home mom, you are working outside of the home in corporate America, you own your own company, whatever your circumstances are, trust me, I get it. I was working 80 hours a week when I laid Kim off. So you talk about someone who is extremely busy. Our kids play competitive sports. We were traveling every weekend for soccer tournaments. So I could have used that excuse. But what happened was I just started sharing, in pockets of my day, maybe 10, 15 hours a week, all my friends and family that I knew were struggling. We all know someone in our lives that is struggling with their health, and they are struggling oftentimes in silence and looking and waiting for an answer and a solution. And that first year, I am so excited to share this, but we paid for our daughter Morgan's first year college education at Michigan State University, sharing organically in pockets of my day. And then the second year, the business builders started to come, people that then wanted to share. And then we, doubled our income. And by year 3, we had tripled, so earning over 6 figures. And then a year ago in March, my husband was so, I'd say probably depressed is probably the best word to say. He loved his customers in his corporate job, but the job had changed so much and he was just miserable. His personality was changing. And I finally said, Chris, walk away. He goes, what do you mean walk away? I said, walk away from your corporate job. We have replaced your income plus some. And he walked away March of 2018. And then for me, exactly a year later, so just 3 months ago, March 8th, I got that same call that Kim received 4.5 years ago. My boss called me and told me I was officially laid off after 25 years of service. And I will tell you, I honestly would have thought that I'd be the last person laid off from our company. No way in heck. I was one of the pioneers. Everyone knew Carrie Michaels worked so hard. Didn't matter, you guys, that they could take my job and absolve it between another department and another leader, right? And sometimes people, you might be in a situation where you make too much money, right? And that's where they're cutting back. So I think Kim, every day, I feel so blessed that she shared this gift with us. And I'm telling you, Kim, you could have prejudged me. You could have prejudged us. I'm her boss. Oh, Carrie's fine. Chris works for the company. He's been there 20 some years. So don't, that's the other moral of the story is don't ever prejudge anyone. Right. So that's my story. And I would love to share more with anyone who wants to listen or needs help talking to other people in the same situation. So our why, you guys, when we started, the why was simply my family, right? I talked about getting Chris healthy, getting myself healthy, and then we started incorporating it into our girls' diet, right? So they all started using these products, Morgan and Riley. Morgan's 21 now, and Riley will be 18 in July, going off to college this fall. So they use all the products. They love it. But you guys, our why hasn't changed. My family is still, so important, and we're using these products, but it's just become more massive and bigger. And the big thing that fills me up, it's serving others. I mean, the more that, there's nothing better, in my opinion, than sharing this gift with the people you love and care about and knowing that you've made a difference in their life. So you can see, we're serving others. I mean, the lifestyle that we're able to live now, you guys, we never got to experience vacations. My husband just did not want to invest in vacations, right? We invested our money in different ways. And I'm telling you that first year in Isogenics, we've traveled more in that first year than we had in our entire lives. So, Kim and I often talk about this is that, not just a shake. I mean, what we're getting, you guys, women especially, and men, but women, we don't just want to feel great, have more energy, lose weight, look and feel our best. You know what we want? We want community. We want a community of like-minded women that love and support us. And you want positivity and love. Lisa and I talk about it all the time. Your vibe attracts your tribe, right, sister? I mean, it does. And we are surrounded by just so many amazing people. So I would ask, are you living your ideal life? When you look at tomorrow, if you could wake up and do anything you wanted to do and live the life you always imagined, would it be what you're doing today? you know, I've loved my career all these years, but it had changed years ago. Like Kim said, with all of the restructuring that was taking place in, you know, 2008, our community and our culture changed in my corporate job. And when I found Isogenics, I mean, I could not believe, I'm like, there's no company that compares to this. There's just not, and it's about the culture. So, you know, we are making a difference. I love it. This is the Rise Up event. I know Carla's on this call. There's many of you. Lou's been to Rise Up, Lisa Davis, Kaylin. I mean, this is one of my favorite events that Hilari and Justin have done for the last, 3-4 years, right, Kim? It's amazing. The guys love it. This has just been awesome. So talk about making a difference and building connections and friendships. I met Kaylin Hobbs at the Rise Up event last year in end of September, October. She's become one of my dearest friends since then. I mean, we work really closely together. We're not even financially linked. So that's the other part of that as well. Carla Italiano is always at these events, and met Carla through that and just love her too. And we're not financially linked either. And then again, you know, our why is not just our own, you know, families living our ideal life, but helping other families live their ideal life. And what does that look like for you? I mean, we want to find out what motivates you and what are your goals and what does living your ideal life look like? Let us help you do that. And we are doing that for families every day. So this was Lake Tahoe at our Rise Up event last year. We've met Kathy and Jim Coover a few different times. They're amazing people, but you know, they opened up their home to us. It was amazing to have that experience as well. So we talk about this sophisticated side hustle. You hear terms like a side gig, right? But you know, what is a side hustle? So it's a way to make money outside of that 9-to-5 job or career. It allows you to make more money that will give you the freedom to pursue your passions, your dreams, buy things you need or want, and lower any financial worries. And I love this quote by Forbes. There's no downside to a side hustle. There's only benefits to building more than one source of income. A side hustle, truly, you guys, it is the new job security of today. You just don't know when that carpet's going to be pulled out from underneath you. And I'm so thankful that we had Isogenics, not just to fall back on. I'm like, I want to do this full time at some point. But when it was most, important, we had this to fall back on. 79 million people will have a home-based business, according to Forbes, in the next 5 years. So, Kim, you want to share the rest?
Yep, absolutely. Okay, you guys, so who could benefit from a side hustle, right? Everyone. This industry does not discriminate. Anybody can do this, and everyone needs it. Whether you're a current college student, a recent college grad, baby boomers, stay-at-home moms, and as Carrie and I have shown you, gainfully employed people. So everybody needs this opportunity. So I just want to show you a few, some stats here and regarding student loans and baby boomers and corporate. So did you know an extra $300 to $500 a month can save a marriage? Think about that for your own life. Could that help your family? What can it cover? What can $500 a month cover? Student loans, credit card debt, auto loans, your kids' extracurricular activities, maybe that family vacation that you've always dreamed of but you can't afford. I mean, just think about it for your own. What can that do for your own family? So student loans, you guys, man, to be a college kid today, it's a scary time. Student loan debt has surpassed both credit card and auto loan debt. And I don't know about you guys, but I can remember going to college and not really honestly knowing what I was going to do, what I was going to study. But I was kind of carefree, to be real honest with you. And I had no idea that about student loans and how they worked and how when you have to pay them back and everything. And 74% of college students, they don't know how long they have to pay off their loan. They don't know that within 6 months of graduation, they have to start paying on that loan. They don't know that the average college graduate that comes out with a student loan owes over $30,000. And that payment starting at 6 months after graduation is on average $300 plus a month. I can't imagine. So I I was very blessed. My parents did help myself and my siblings pay for college. I had to work. I worked every year through college, so I had to pay for some of my own stuff, which I'm really actually grateful for. I've worked since I was really 14 years old. But my husband, you guys, Ryan, he was not fortunate to have his parents help him. And he came out with $37,000 in student loans with a 4-year degree. And it took him 16 years to pay that off. And he paid that off early because of our income in Isogenics. So we've been so blessed in this opportunity. And I meant to share this earlier, but you guys, in about 1.5 years in Isogenics, I replaced, and he helped, so we replaced my corporate income that took me 10 years to build. And we paid off all of our credit card debt and his student loans because of Isogenics. So young people need this too, you guys. It's at an all-time high. It's over $1 trillion, you guys, in student loan debt right now. It's a crisis, and it's sad. It's very sad. So I'm not against college or four-year schools or advanced degrees by any means, but man, I'm about educating these young people, first on what to major in, and two, on truly what it's going to look like for them once they graduate and how we can help them too. So let's talk about baby boomers. Do you guys know almost 50% of baby boomers have zero savings for retirement? That blew my mind when I researched that. I was like, wow, almost 50%. You know what? And I will tell you guys, I am blessed to be able to stay home now with my son. I do have a sitter that comes and helps me so I can get some things done. And she's wonderful. She is 70 years old. You guys, she has $0 in retirement. She told me last week she had like $10 to her name until I pay her. So even baby boomers, they need this opportunity. Rising healthcare costs, only 8% have long-term care insurance set up. And 50% of them, they don't even have a plan. They have no idea what they're going to do long-term. So when they were asked, what will you do if you run out of money? 37% said they would return to work. So we have a great opportunity for them, right? They don't have to go return and be on their feet all day. They can do this business from their home, from their grandchildren's soccer game. They can do this and still earn money and be able to live. So layoffs, so obviously we just talked about that, you guys. I mean, honestly, you never know. I didn't think I was going to be laid off, although it was the biggest blessing. But Carrie, 25 years. Chris, her husband, 27 years with the company. So despite, a strong economy, layoffs are still happening. 6 people on our team have been laid off in the last 4 months from their corporate jobs. And that's just people we know of, right? We have a pretty large downline. That's just people we know of in the last 4 months. So why choose Isogenics as your side hustle? And obviously I know a lot of you are on here, but this is information that you can share with your prospects or people that you love and care about. But 17 years in business. This is a very strong company that has been around for quite a long time, but not that long. So very secure, a company that has no debt and has continuous growth every year. Our products work, right? They work if you put them in your mouth. And Isogenics, you guys, they invest millions of dollars annually in research, in development, and in quality. I love the integrity of this company and our leaders. The motto is, if it's not right for the customer, it's not right for the company. We have, I believe, the most generous, but it says one of the most on here, compensation plans in the industry. And we do, you guys, you just have to do the work. And if you do the work, the compensation plan works really well. If you just kind of do the work, it won't work quite as well, but it works really well if you do the work. Residual income. Everybody should have residual income. And residual income is you do the work once and it continues to pay you. It's absolutely amazing. Don't we all like to wake up and see that our cycles have grown and our team cycles have grown every single day? It's amazing. We're in 20 countries and growing. Again, you can work from anywhere and do this in the pockets of your day. There's uncapped earning potential. You really get to set the bar for yourself, and you can earn as much as you want, as hard as you're willing to work. We get paid daily, weekly, and monthly. I think we all love Mondays in Isogenics. I do, for sure. And then this is a legacy business, you guys. So this, I don't know of any other business out there, period, whether it's network marketing or, traditional companies, that it's a legacy for your family, that if something happens to you, this can be passed down to your children. I mean, that's huge. So we're so blessed in Isagenix. I'd take a shot of this, screenshot of this slide here and share this with your friends, your family, because this is for everyone. Well, I don't want to say it's for everyone, but if they're open to listening, it's a great opportunity for those that are interested. So, Carrie, you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, no, again, this has just been a complete blessing in our lives. And I will tell you, Chris and I, being in the business that we were before in corporate America, we were in sales, and then I was in recruiting and overseeing our recruiting team across the US. We'd been approached by lots of different startup companies because we had worked with so many different industries and people in different companies and industries. And I will tell you, we had never done anything else, never. And it was this, I mean, over 25 years, it was Isagenix that, taking the products, we had such a great product experience. And then knowing, I did have that in the back of my mind because Kim did share with me on that first appointment, which you should always share the opportunity with everyone. So again, that's what happened. This is the first, side hustle, sophisticated side hustle we've ever done. We've never, ever done anything outside of our 25-year career. So again, if you want to learn more about our story, or if you need help talking to someone else, in corporate America, Kim and I are always happy to share our story. I mean, anything that we can do, even if we're not financially linked, we do have that mentality, and it's one team. It's one team, and we're all willing to help each other. So yeah, just give us a shout. You can private message us on Facebook, Carrie Michaels and Kim Waski. So let us know if you need anything. And thanks for joining us tonight. I think it's 9:29 my time. So right on the nose, 30 minutes, Kim.
Awesome. Thanks so much, everybody. We appreciate you.
Nice job, girls.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go on. Oh my goodness.
You guys did a great job.
Thanks, girl. Oh, wow. I just read Portia. I don't know if Portia's still on the line. I did not realize she was laid off from her job in January, and she had just moved to Minnesota.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that either. I
Did not know that. Aw. I have to reach out to her. Yeah, she jumped off.
Thanks, girl.
Good job, Kim. That was awesome, girl.
Yep. Good job, lady.
You girls did great.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Sweet dreams, everybody.
Okay, now I'm going to go put the bun back on my head.
I know, right? I can't wait to put my hair tomorrow. It's like so long, and so I'm ready for that.
Has it been hot there, Kim?
Not too bad. I mean, it's humid, but not too. Hasn't been too hot.
Hey,
Yeah.
So Kim, I don't know if anyone else is staying on the line. So, does anyone have questions about Jen Laddick? Does she want information about the hotel? I hadn't.
Yeah, unmute yourself there, Jen.
Yeah, you want to let.
Hi.
Hey.
We just booked our hotel and our flights. Annette and I did. She's driving, but I just booked my flight. But Annette found an awesome hotel at a very reasonable rate for all of us. So I'll let Annette talk about that.
So I happen to, it's right across, like it's kitty corner from the back side of the convention center. So it's like right across the street. It's a brand new hotel. It's a Marriott Residence Inn. And the only hiccup that we found was it was a better deal if we booked Friday through and check out Wednesday morning. And we got it. There's a studio, and it's a king size bed and a sleeper sofa, and it's $219 a night, and it has a full kitchen, refrigerator.
Wow, that sounds great.
Just everything safe and everything that we need. that room, so the sofa does turn out into a bed, and it has 3 occupancy. That's called the studio. And then there was a suite, and that was a king size, and then it has a little bit bigger area, and Carrie got that so that if we came into her room or business meeting or anything like that, still the full kitchen and the whole thing, and that was $239 a night. Now the kicker was, we asked, okay, so that's Friday through checking out Wednesday morning. If you booked Saturday through Wednesday morning, the price on the 219 room was $364 a night.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
I know. And then the suite one was $384 a night. So like Grace and Dan cannot come until they can't come till Saturday. So I figured it out, and I booked them Friday through Wednesday, and they saved $361 just by doing that.
That's awesome.
So
we were saying just the kitchen alone, because remember at the Westin, Kim, last year, I mean, there were no little refrigerators, there was nothing, but you think, especially for people sharing a room, the residents, that's going to be awesome because it's got like that full kitchen. So go buy your water, go buy snacks. It's got the full refrigerator.
Yes.
It's beautiful, but they just built it, and it's literally like you walk across the street. It's a 2-minute walk to where we need to go, and it's more centrally located to the main strip too, and getting everywhere.
Right. So if you're on so we stayed at the Westin last time. And this time it's at the other end. So if you left the corner where the Bridgestone Arena and Music City Center is, and you left the Bridgestone Arena and you went towards the city center, you just keep going down that same street, Fifth Avenue. It's just 1 block. So then the back of the Music City Center is right there, and it's right across. And then the big Marriott Hotel is on the opposite side. So the convention center's here, and then the big Marriott is here. And then, so, I mean, I just happened to come across it. But so as far as the Sheraton and that whole mess goes, when I did the checking, I spoke to the same lady last week and this week, and she's the one that takes care of the big groups like that. She did it last year for us as well, for the Sheraton. She thinks, she's getting me the information. She called Isogenics, the contact at Isogenics that she will work with. She believes that because they did all one room, the incentive was all for the Sheraton, that's why they're not on the list. She thinks that all of the rooms that got taken by the incentive were all of the rooms that they were holding. So that's why we have not been able to get any special pricing through the Sheraton. And then Carrie told me today, which it's all sort of meshing together, Carrie told me today that they had to this year RSVP if they won the room by June 27. So the lady that I talked to at the housing group, the people that run the incentive rooms, the housing group, said, well, there probably won't be any rooms released until after July 1. That makes sense, because then I bet that they're going to make sure that everybody's covered on the free room, and then for the Sheraton, and then if everybody doesn't accept their free room, then they'll open up some of the block. So I'm very happy and very excited for the hotel that we got. I think it'll be great, and they did have room.
Well, and like we were saying, Annette, how, I mean, the plan initially was, hey, we'll all stay at the Sheridan. We all want to be together. And it at the time, it was the best rate. But then with everything going on and that being able to get the Isogenics rate right now and everyone's kind of in limbo, we're like, we can't wait. Like, we have to figure out all of this and also start to book our flights and everything. So then Annette just started browsing. She found this hotel, which is a better option. I love it. I'm so excited.
Do you guys know anyone that needs roommates?
Yeah, probably Lisa Oliver.
Well, she doesn't, nobody will commit, whether they're like, she's like, Kyler might go, and Rachel's like, well, Billy might go. Everyone's like, well, they might go, they might, like, nobody will commit.
Erica Peterman from Cedar Rapids, possibly, and Tracy, actually.
Well, okay, so Jen, if that's the situation and you know you're going, then you should really, so the difference between those 219 and 239 is that the 219 is a 3-person max capacity. The other one showed that it was a max capacity of 3, but it had a king size bed, a hide-a-bed, and you could ask for a rollaway. So
And that's the 239?
yeah.
Okay.
So honestly, for me, I would say if there's a chance, I wouldn't wait. I would book a reservation and get a room and then start looking, because that way at least you're at the same hotel with us. You know.
Okay, so it's the Marriott residence, and then there's the studio, or there's what else?
Yep, I'll send you a text message.
I'm gonna send it to her right now. I'm gonna text her.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Yeah, and then I'll get mine. And I mean, usually they have a late cancellation if worst case scenario I couldn't find anybody. I mean, I have a cousin that lives in Brentwood, which I could just rent a car. You know, I don't know. I'll figure it out.
No, we'll have people to yes.
Yeah, because if that's the case, Jen, no. Because for sure Friday night you could have Grace's room. Because they're not even gonna come in until Saturday. So you just could sleep at, just stay there. She's not going to care. I'm not going to care. But the other is, we have a sofa bed too. So Robert wouldn't care. There's 2 rooms.
Yeah. Well, you know what, too, I don't know if Emmy Lou can hear us, but she might have, other than Erica Peterman, she might have some other girls too.
But I would say book the room, because you have 48 hours before to cancel. Jen, because it's not an Isogenics rate, where remember, if you book through Isogenics, you were committed to that 1 night stay, you'd lose that money. So, and that's right, I would book it and you have 48 hours to cancel if you needed to, if we found you another room somewhere else. But
perfect.
I think we're going to need it.
Yeah, that's a great rate. Wow.
Yeah, I do too. There's people that pop up. People are going to pop up, and there's so many tickets out there that people are trying to sell. It'll be good.
Yep.
And I want you staying with me, girl.
Hey, Carrie, will you text me that info too for that, just to make sure I call the right place?
Oh, I did. I sent it to you already.
You did?
I did.
I didn't get it.
Oh, yeah. I sent it.
Yeah,
6:44.
I'm sorry. Yes, that was earlier when we talked. I apologize. Okay, I got it.
That's okay.
And then it's got a beautiful pool, and the bar area is great.
Gorgeous.
So just make sure that you say it's on I put the address, I think, on there. Did we put the address on there, Carrie, on that text message? 410.
I got it.
Yeah, 410 Fifth Avenue South.
Yeah, I'm sending you a screenshot of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's make sure that it's because there's a lot of the Marriott residence. It's the Marriott residence downtown /convention center.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Annette.
I'm so excited.
Yes. That was such a huge relief too. Annette did a great job.
Awesome.
Now I can do my income producing activities with
I tell you, that took away from her reach outs and follow-ups. She'll make up for it on Thursday. Well,
Oh yeah, tomorrow and Thursday.
Yeah.
So, hey, thanks, Jen. Hey, Jen, I can't wait to.
Yeah.
you.
Oh, I can't wait to see you too. Oh my God, your picture, Annette, was amazing.
Yes.
Oh, the
Side
one
by
that
side
I
picture
posted
that you.
the other day.
Oh my gosh. Well, no, the one of your face. I used it for my Face Friday.
Oh yeah, I know. Thank you. Yeah, that was great. I'm going to post another one this week, and I did a picture that I took in June of 17, June of 18, and a different one that I took on Sunday. And Carrie saw it today, and she's like, "Oh my God!"
her skin, you guys, looks amazing.
I said, "Isogenesis, baby. It is aging backward."
Awesome.
So
awesome.
All right. So Kim, you've got the morning call. I know you have to prepare, right? So we'll jump off, let you get going on that.
Okay.
Love you,
Thanks,
girls.
guys.
Bye, Cruz. Good night,
Everybody.
Bye, buddy.
Bye,
Getting
sweetheart.
past
girls.
bedtime. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Low kisses, buddy.